The scent of rosemary and garlic drifts through the air as my wife Emily stands by the stove, stirring a pot of her signature beef stew. A glass of red wine sits untouched on the counter. Beside her, the deep crimson reflecting the kitchen lights. I lean against the doorway watching her. The scene is familiar, domestic, even comforting, but something is off. She's different, her movements are the same. But there's a stiffness to them, an absence of ease that wasn't there before. She hums softly, but the tune is foreign, unfamiliar. Emily always hummed when she cooked, but it used to be old jazz standards or soft indie ballads. Now it's something else. Something I don't recognize. I shake the thought away, maybe I'm overanalyzing. Work has been stressful lately, and I'm tired. Still, my eyes linger on her a second too long, searching for something. An answer to a question I don't quite know how to ask. Long day, she asks, turning slightly. Her voice is light casual, but her fingers grip the wooden spoon too tightly. Yeah, I say, stepping into the kitchen. She hesitates, just for a fraction of a second. But I catch it. Same old, she says, flashing a smile that doesn't quite reach her eyes. She lifts her wine glass, takes a sip, and turns back to the stove. A subtle shift, a minor detail, but I feel it in my gut. At dinner, I sit across from her at the table, watching as she scrolls through her phone. Between bites, Emily used to talk about work, about her students, about the latest drama between her colleagues. Now she's quiet, distracted. Her laughter reserved for something unseen on her screen. Anything interesting? I ask, keeping my voice neutral. She locks the phone and sets it down. Just work emails, she says. Another lie. I tell myself it's nothing, but doubt is a persistent thing. A slow creep in the back of my mind, a whisper that won't be ignored. Later that night, as Emily sleeps beside me, I stare at the ceiling, a gnawing unease settling deep in my chest. I don't know what it is yet, but something is wrong. And I intend to find out what. I wake up in the middle of the night, to the soft glow of a phone screen. Emily is sitting on the edge of the bed, her back to me, fingers gliding over her screen in quick, deliberate strokes. She's typing. Then pausing. Then typing again. A message? I shift slightly, just enough to make the mattress creak. She tenses. The phone screen goes dark in an instant, as if she snuffed out a flame. She turns her head, barely glancing over her shoulder. Can't sleep? I ask, my voice thick with feigned drowsiness. She exhales to measured to be natural. Just checking emails. A second lie, I don't press. Not yet. But the cracks are showing over the next few days. The changes in her behavior become impossible to ignore. Her phone, once left on the kitchen counter or bedside table, now rarely leaves her hand. She angles it away from me, fingers tightening whenever I'm near. She laughs more, but not with me. Instead, it's at something on her screen, some private joke meant for someone else. She's dressing differently too. New lingerie in the drawer, tags still attached. Subtle, but I know her. She's careful, methodical. If she wanted me to notice, she would have told me this isn't for me. The worst part is the uncertainty. I don't want to believe it. I tell myself I'm imagining things, that I'm being paranoid. But suspicion, once planted, grows like a disease. Then comes the breaking point. One evening she steps into the shower, and I see her phone on the dresser. It's unlocked. A rare mistake. My heart pounds as I reach for it. I hesitate, one last chance to turn away. To trust her. But trust is already broken. I pick up the phone, and that's when I see the message. A single text still open on the screen. I can't stop thinking about last night. When can I see you again? The name above it. Unknown number. My stomach turns to ice. I was right. My hands shake as I stare at the screen. The words burn into my vision, searing themselves into my mind. I can't stop thinking about last night. When can I see you again? I scroll. There's more. Unknown number, I miss you. Emily, I miss you too. I hate sneaking around, but I can't stay away. A cold nausea grips my stomach. The kind that doesn't pass, that settles deep into your bones. I don't recognize the number, but it doesn't matter. This isn't a misunderstanding. This isn't some innocent conversation. She's cheating on me. I hear the water shut off in the bathroom. The glass door sliding open. Steam curling into the hallway. My fingers tighten around the phone. I should confront her now, demand an explanation, make her look me in the eye, and confess. But no. That's too easy. Too merciful. But I set the phone back exactly where I found it. Step away. Breathe. When she walks into the bedroom, a towel wrapped around her body, her wet hair clinging to her skin, she gives me a small smile. Hey, she says, as if everything is normal. As if she hasn't been lying to my face. I forced myself to smile back. Hey. She doesn't notice the shift. Not yet. She doesn't see the way my hands clench at my sides, how my chest tightens with rage, how my mind is already working through what comes next. She thinks she's in control. She has no idea. That night, as she sleeps beside me, I stare at the ceiling wide awake. The humiliation cuts deep, but deeper than that is something colder. Sharper. I won't be the fool in this story. Number. I'll be the one writing the ending. I spend the next few days in silence, watching, waiting. The rage simmers beneath my skin, but I don't let it show. Instead, I become the perfect husband. Attentive. Thoughtful. Loving. Emily doesn't suspect a thing. She laughs at my jokes, kisses my cheek before work, texts me love you without a second thought. Maybe she thinks I'm oblivious. Maybe she believes she's untouchable. She's wrong. The first step is finding the other spouse, the one being deceived, just like me. If Emily is cheating, her lover has a life too. A wife? A husband. Someone else whose world is about to crack open. It doesn't take long, a deep dive into phone records. A few cross-referenced numbers, and I find her. Laura Benson. The wife of the man Emily has been sneaking around with. A quick scroll through her social media shows a carefully curated life, vacations, anniversary posts, smiling holiday photos. A life built on a lie. I sent her a message. We need to talk. I think your husband and my wife are having an affair. She responds in under a minute. Laura, who are you? I sent her a screenshot of the texts. The proof. A long silence follows, then. Laura, meet me tomorrow. When we do, it's devastating. Laura looks as wrecked as I feel. Her hands tremble as she scrolls through the evidence I've gathered, texts, call logs, the undeniable truth. And then she drops the bombshell. Laura, I have something to. She pulls out her phone, presses play, a video. Emily? Her lover together in a hotel room. No deniability, no excuses. Just raw, unfiltered betrayal. A dark thought clicks into place. A plan. I need this, I say, my voice calm, measured. Laura hesitates. What are you going to do? I meet her eyes, and it publicly that night. I set the stage. A family dinner. Close friends. Parents. Her sister. All of them gathered in our home, unsuspecting. And when the time is right, I'll press play. Let her lies collapse around her. The dining room is alive with conversation. Wine glasses clink, silverware scrapes against plates. Laughter bubbles up from across the table. Emily sits beside me, her hand resting lightly on my forearm, playing the role of the devoted wife. She has no idea what's coming. I glance across the table at Laura, seated between my brother and Emily's father. She barely touches her food, her fingers tapping against her wine glass. We exchange a look. A silent agreement. It's time. I clear my throat and rise to my feet, lifting my glass. Before we wrap up dinner, I wanted to share something special with all of you. Emily looks up smiling. Oh. I nod. Reach into my pocket. Pull out my phone. Tap play. The screen lights up and suddenly, the room is no longer filled with idle chatter, but with the unmistakable sounds of betrayal. Emily's laughter, breathless and intimate. A man's voice murmuring something low. The grainy hotel footage shows everything, her body pressed against him, hands gripping, lips meeting. Undeniable. Inescapable. A fork clatters to a plate. Someone gasps. Emily's mother presses a hand to her mouth. Her sister stiffens, Emily freezes. Her breath catches, her skin goes pale. What the hell is this? I keep my voice calm. Steady. Controlled. Why don't you tell me? She turns to me, her eyes wide, searching for an escape. I don't know where you got that, but it's not what it looks like. Laura stands abruptly, her chair scraping against the floor. Really? Because it looks exactly like what I thought it was. Emily's gaze snaps to her. Recognition dawns. Wait. Laura cuts her off, her voice sharp. My husband. Really, Emily? The weight of it all crashes down on her. The color drains from her face, her lips part in shock. She shakes her head, reaching for me, but I step back. Was it worth it? I ask. Lying to me. Throwing everything away. Her mouth opens, then closes. No words come. Silence. Everyone is watching. She is alone. Emily doesn't speak. There's nothing left to say. She stares at me, her face crumbling, but I feel nothing. No rage. No sorrow. Just a hollow clarity, like stepping outside after a storm and seeing the wreckage for what it is. I turn to the room, to the stunned faces of our family and friends. The life we built, the illusion we maintained, is gone. I set my glass down, smooth out my shirt, and exhale. I think that's enough for tonight. And just like that, I walk away. The divorce is quick. Brutal. She begs. She apologizes. She swears it was a mistake. But some betrayals don't deserve forgiveness. I move out. Change my number. Cut her from my life. At first the silence is deafening. A gaping void where my marriage used to be. But then I realize it's freedom. One night I sit on my new apartment balcony, a whiskey glass in hand, watching the city lights flicker. The pain lingers, but it no longer controls me. I'm not the same man I was before. I'm sharper. Smarter. Unbreakable. Emily lost me. And I found myself.